everyone, it's Emma Sterling here with the Scoop on Nutrition. I've got a great recipe to share with you today. It's by Rodney Dunn. Rodney is a chef by trade and an ex-food editor of Australian Gourmet Traveller magazine, and he's set up an amazing sustainable farm-based cooking school in Tasmania, Australia. It's called the Agrarian Kitchen. I think it's every foodie's dream. What I'm going to share with you today is Rodney's spice braised oyster blade with salsa verde. And we definitely give this our stamp of approval. I had the pleasure of watching Rodney demonstrate this recipe last week, and it certainly takes a long, slow cooking method, but it's a great one to maybe cook ahead on a Sunday for a fantastic family meal. I'm going to take you through the ingredients. What we have are 2 sticks of celery, 2 carrots, a brown onion, a clove of garlic, and also we're going to use the zest or rind off 1 lemon. We have an 800 gram oyster blade, but most importantly are the fantastic spice mixture that's really going to add the depth of flavour to our braise. What we have here are 1 tablespoon of cloves, 1 tablespoon of black peppercorns, 2 cinnamon quills, 1 tablespoon of fennel seeds, and the recipe called for 5 allspice, but I've substituted here with 1 teaspoon of ground allspice. And also, to a dietitian's delight, just 1 small teaspoon of sea salt. So I've got my pot ready to go, and we're about to get cooking. I'll be back with you very shortly. Okay, welcome back. What I've done now is place 2.5 litres of cold water in a sturdy casserole pot, and I'm just going to add all my ingredients in. I've just roughly chopped the carrots, celery, the onion, and also the lemon rind. I'm not too worried about the pieces of lemon rind rather than zesting it completely, as these are just going to be going into the braise for flavour. So I'm adding those into my pot of cold water. I've just chopped the whole head of garlic in half, and we're just going to add that in whole. And now I'll go in the 2 cinnamon quills, the black peppercorns, now for our wonderful spicy cloves, and finally for our fennel seeds and our teaspoon of allspice. And I'm just going to have that all in, give it a stir, then bring it slowly to the boil and cook it over a high heat for a little while, then reduce it and simmer for 1 whole hour to create our beautiful braise mixture. So we'll be back with you shortly. So now our braise has been cooking for an hour, and we've got this wonderful broth mixture. It's a fragrant smell. I've got my lovely Miss 8 helping me out, giving it a stir so you can see the fabulous flavours. And it's got a lovely aroma through the whole house. Now we're going to add our oyster blade meat into the pot, and then cover it with the lid and place it in the oven and cook it on a very slow heat, about 160 degrees Celsius, for 3 hours, and then we'll be ready to plate it up and let you see. So there you have it. After 3 wonderful slow hours of cooking, we have our spice braised oyster blade ready to slice up. I've got a lovely thick slice here, and I've actually sliced off the rest for the hungry family. As Roddy suggested, I've just whipped up a very quick salsa verde or green sauce using our abundant parsley patch in the backyard, and also some fresh rosemary, and also just a dollop of Dijon mustard as Rodney suggested. But the final tip, which I absolutely love, is not to waste this fantastic aromatic spiced broth in our braise, and we're going to actually just strain off some of that broth. I'm serving it here in my gorgeous little Japanese teacups, and going to serve that as an accompaniment to the braise, some lovely warm broth to have. Nothing better on a cold winter's night in Melbourne, which is one of our coldest nights in 13 years, they're suggesting, for tonight. So there we have it. Rodney Dunn's spice braised oyster blade with salsa verde from his fantastic Agrarian Kitchen in Tasmania, Australia. And what I want to do is let you know that the full recipe is available on the Scoop on Nutrition website for you to download. And something like this, a braise, is a fantastic way to use lovely cheaper cuts of meat, and such a slow cooking method really tenderizes the meat. It's something even that children will enjoy to eat because it's so tender. And if you serve this up with a huge pile of vegetables or the wonderful salad that's in the recipe that Rodney's provided, you'll find that it's a fantastic balanced family meal. And I hope you enjoy.